Hi, I'm Will Buchanan, and I'm walking all the way across the country to New Hampshire in search of more freedom on a project called the Walk for Liberty. Today is October 14th, 2008, day 162. Sears Tower.
But it disappointed me because we were at breakfast that morning on Thursday. It's always fun. Casey and down.
You try to send us
Filmmakers Christina and Craig Goodale have come again to visit and shoot some scenes of me walking through Chicago for the documentary that they're making on the Free State Project. Last night we had an interesting discussion on libertarianism and the possible role of government in society. And then in an interview today, they asked me the question, would libertarianism work in a city the size of Chicago? I chose to rephrase the question as, is government really necessary in a city the size of Chicago? Since all government really is force, if someone answers the question by saying, yes, government is necessary, then what they're really advocating is the use of force on others. And it is therefore incumbent upon them to prove why that use of force, i.e. government, is necessary. They might answer, well, it's necessary for the roads, or for the sewer, or just to maintain law and order. If you look across at Chicago, all these buildings that you see were built privately and on a voluntary basis. So if all of those massive, impressive structures were built privately and voluntarily, then why is the force of government necessary for all the things which government does in a city like this? The answer is that it's really not necessary. First of all, there are many things which government does in a city this size which are clearly not quote-unquote essential, such as build stadiums or support the arts or museums. There's certainly no reason for government to be involved with any of those things. Even with the supposedly essential services like roads or water or police, if people truly are demanding those services, then does anybody honestly think that those services wouldn't be available if the government were not around to force people to pay for them? As one example, take the roads. Obviously, businesses want people to travel on roads to visit their stores. And even regular people want roads to be able to drive home on. But yet somehow, without government, no roads would get built, grinding business to a halt and leaving people stranded without a way to get home. And as for police protection, most people know that they're only really protecting the state. They're not really protecting anyone from getting harmed. If you really want protection, you'd be much better off hiring a private security company. So then, why is it that people still need to pay for the police? Or at least, why do they have to pay for them under the threat of violence? For example, if this guy is in trouble on his boat, why is it that everybody needs to pay to help him? Yes, cities would operate just fine without government force around. Society is held together not through force, but by people interacting voluntarily, each for their own best interest. Today, October 14th, is the 6-month anniversary of the start of the Walk for Liberty. It is kind of hard to believe that I've been walking across the country for an entire half a year. I walked a short day today, about 10.8 miles. Here is my GPS position. This is Will Buchanan for Amazon.walkforliberty.com, signing off. Jake's gonna jump off into the lake. Jake, go! Oh!